I always say that the most important part of my YouTube channel is the mission, because I
Yeah.
always think of my YouTube channel as a place for all the people, when everyone is welcome. I just want people to feel free to be themselves. Hey there, welcome to the Wings Forever podcast. Join creator, host, and lifelong Wings fan Lola Valentine as she invites you to take a deep dive into the fairy cool universe of Wings Club. So, whether you've been a Wings fan since 2004, or you vaguely remember the show from the childhood, or even if you're being introduced to it for the first time, welcome. This is Wings Forever podcast.
And welcome back to the Winx Forever podcast. I'm your host, Lola Valentine, and today I am joined by a very cool guest, a popular Winx tuber and cosplayer, Una Fata. Gosh,
Hi.
Una, thank you so much
Thank you.
for being on the show, for being here.
Thank you so
Um, First off, I want to congratulate you on your YouTube Next Up award. That's amazing.
Oh, that's so great. It. Thank you so much. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Did it come to you as a shock?
Well, this contest started in the previous year, like in the end of 2020, and I got an invitation for my email to take part in this contest, and I
Yeah.
was like, okay, I can try it, because there was so many participants from Russia, from Ukraine, from
Wow.
Belarus, and
Yeah.
Russia and some other countries near us. Yeah, and
Wow.
so we had so many participants in this contest, and I was like, okay, I can apply, but maybe I win, maybe not. This is not something like I desire to be like a
Right.
winner. Yeah. And then I had the next email with an invitation to participate in some online things, like advices from some bigger bloggers from Russia, from some other close countries, who are talking about their experience on YouTube, or like sharing
Wow.
advices and so on. Yeah. So, and then some other steps we got through this contest. And there was a moment when I was like, okay, we have only 50% left. And I was like, I'm
Yeah.
one of them. And like, I'm not that successful, successful, but I've got about 60,000 on 70,000, and I understand that I'm so close to 100,000 of subscribers,
Yes.
and and maybe this will be a good thing for them to help me to get to this point, because this is one of their mission with this
Yeah.
contest. Yeah, and I was like, okay, let's see. And they phoned me and said that I'm a winner. I'm one of 12 girls this
Wow.
year. There were only girls, because this is like a mission of this contest as well in this year.
That's awesome.
And I was like, oh, that's cool. But I
Yeah.
felt that I made something really big. Like I really like YouTube chose me, really. They
Yeah.
looked through all the channels that were involved in this contest, and they really chose me, one of 12. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I felt it
Wild.
when I got the prize from them. But there's like an award, something like that, with made of glass or something with my name there, Unafata.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh my God, YouTube really knows me.
Like
Like,
it's real.
woo!
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
incredible. How
yeah.
exciting. I love that so much. And you were recently invited to by Rainbow to attend a Winx event in Moscow. Is that correct?
Yeah, I attempted on third 30th of May. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was on some weekend of May, and it was like good, because I always thought that it's such a great thing for Rainbow to collaborate with fans, because we
Yes.
are so important for all this franchise, and we can make such great things for this project, because project have lived for like 17 years really,
Yes.
and we are already grown up and we know how to maybe manage business
Right.
or something like that, and we can help it really, and we
Uh-huh.
don't need like a lot
Right.
for this, just an invitation to take part in creating something new with the project we love so much will be so big and important for us.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like they need to really like you said, like invest back into the fans and
Mm-hmm.
start collaborating again, because I feel like even back in like the day they were really good about fan collaboration, especially being on myself being on the Winx Club English forum. Like that was
Mm-hmm.
such a fun collaborative process, you know, with Winx Club and the fans. So I think that,
Oh.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
hopefully we'll see more of that in the future.
Yeah, so they had something like it, right? Because I heard something when you talked with Cube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Cuba.
Yeah. And I was like, I didn't have internet at all
Oh,
when all
wow.
those forums were up, and
Oh,
so I missed it. And that's
oh,
why your stories was like, oh my god, this happened. This
yeah.
was real.
It was it was huge. It was so big, and like it was so important for me as a fan because growing up in
Mm-hmm.
America, like Winx Club wasn't as big as it was in Europe, and so
Mm-hmm.
it was just finding that online community really helped me grow as a creative and as a
Uh-huh.
writer and just, you know, as a
Yeah.
creature of the internet. so
Yeah.
so it was really cool. It was a really cool
Mm-hmm.
thing to kind of find out. But well, awesome. Well, before we get into our topic discussing kind of the vast community of
Mm-hmm.
this global fandom of Winx Club, I'd love to give our listeners a chance to get to know you a little bit more.
Yeah, let's go.
Um, okay. So, do you remember the first time that you ever saw Winx Club?
Yeah, and I always think that this story is so hilarious because first of all, I was like a hater of Wings.
Because you were a witch fan, right?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I loved Witch by Disney so much. Yeah, and back then there was so many books, comics, and
Yeah.
other stuff in Russia. It was so popular, and Wings were like a completely new thing for us. And once I remember at the end of 2007, I saw. The cover of the magazine for girls, with the girl there and some boys around her. And I
Yeah.
was like,
Wait, was it
is
this
it
one? Wait.
yeah. Yeah, that one. And we also had there like a surprise. There was a thermo sticker for the clothes. I don't know how it sounds in English. Like
Uh-huh.
you can use the iron to like just iron it,
Oh,
and
yeah.
this will stick to
Oh, a
the
patch.
cloth.
Like
Yeah, yeah,
a
yeah, yeah, that's
yeah.
right. Yeah, that's right.
Nice.
Yeah, and so I asked my mom, maybe she can buy it for myself, and I will just try to see what it's like, because the girl on the magazine was a little bit similar to Will or some other character from Witch, and
Yeah.
it was strange. But she was with man, like, uh, where are the
Yeah.
girls? Yeah, because I used to see the girls' teams, but not with the boys or something.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I read it. I didn't understand why they had two completely simple like similar characters, because when I first saw the comics of Wings, I thought like Flora and Bloom were too similar.
Because their hairstyles were kind of similar.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I thought the
And
same
in
thing.
comics, they had almost the same color of the hair, because
Yeah.
Flora is not that like brown. She more like ginger. a little bit, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't understand it why, but the good thing I understand now that this issue had the definition of Winx, why they had this name for their club, yeah, and that's why I never thought of what is it like. Yeah, I didn't have this question in my mind. Yeah, and then I was like, well, okay, this exists, but this is strange because it's too similar to Witch, really.
Right.
And I, yeah, and I carry on loving Witch and just almost forgetting Winx. But then in 2008, the TV show was broadcasted on our TV in Russia, and I
Wow.
was. Yeah, I was just back at home after the classes, and so I don't remember which one of the series, but one of the series from the beginning of season one, and remembered this issue that my mom brought me, and I
Yeah.
realized that it's Wings, and then I realized that it's not the same with the witch because
Yeah.
yeah, the series of the witch were broadcasted already, and I saw it already, but I understood that this is not the same at all.
Right.
Yeah, and that was the moment when I figure out I liked it. And the funny thing is that the first character that I liked the most was Stella, or Bloom or Stella, yeah.
Yeah.
Because back then I always loved the characters that were leaders, and I always loved the girls that had blonde hair. And for a long time, I thought that that Stella was the leader of Winx Club because she was like so bossy. She
Yeah.
had this wand, and she always knew everything about Alfea, about Magic Land, and so on. And I was like so sure she was the main character. But then closer to the end of season one, I was like, why is Bloom always on the front side? Where's Stella?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is was the beginning of my big fan feelings to the
Yeah.
Wings.
That's awesome. I know a lot of people are on Twitter right now are like, no, Stella definitely has like main character energy. It's like
Yeah, I
she
saw it
does.
just recently. Yeah, that
Yeah.
she has much more like leader vibes than Bloom because she really knows much more, and
Oh yeah.
she's princess from the very beginning. Because Bloom got to know that she's princess just when she was 16 or something,
Yeah.
and she didn't have this background like royal background. Yeah.
Right.
So and yeah, did you like Witch when you were younger too?
So I was almost the opposite of you. So I
Oh.
found out about Winx Club before I
Uh-huh.
found out about Witch. Even though Witch was a lot more popular in America because it was obviously
Uh-huh.
by Disney.
Yeah.
But I told the story to Jake, but
Uh-huh.
I remember going to Disney World and
Uh-huh.
seeing a big poster like of Witch in Disney World. And I
Oh.
remember saying to my mom, like, if Winx Club was owned by Disney, that would be Winx Club. And I was like so sassy about it. But I liked it. But I liked Witch, and I love like fantasy, like magic
Mm-hmm.
stories. And
Mm-hmm.
so I loved that kind of these two shows were really leading the way in sort of
Mm-hmm.
these episodic adventures that we get to
Mm-hmm.
go on with these characters, and it really, I feel like, led the way for shows like Kipo and the Age of the Wonder
Mm-hmm.
Beasts and like Hilda and just Star
Mm-hmm.
and uh Steven Universe, all these different magic shows that we
Mm-hmm.
now have. I feel like Winx and Witch like really paved the way for it. But
Yeah.
but it was really funny because like the Witch merch was more accessible like than Winx Club and all this stuff. But yeah, I just still always loved Winx Club. I think I think I liked it. Maybe I was like kind of like hipster, I guess, a little bit about this, like because it was like more like exclusive because like it only came on Saturday mornings in America and like
Ah.
I could only watch it like once a week. And I was like, oh, you don't know about Winx Club, like like let me teach you about Winx Club
Uh,
sort of thing to my friends. It was very funny. I
yeah.
was a gatekeeper, I
And
guess.
one more thing that I'm always like interested about it.
Yeah.
Why all the TV shows like Wings and Witch always have like special version for US?
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty interesting to me because I've been going back and watching like episode by episode kind of back to back and like pausing as I watch the scenes and
Mm-hmm.
going and watching the Ray English version of the scene and comparing it between the four kids and the Ray, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
ultimately, I mean, what people have issues with the four kids version is that it had taken so many liberties of changing a lot of stuff in the original. But to me, I feel like it kept the core essence of the show. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, and so did a lot of other dubs. Like a lot of other dubs kind of, strayed away a little bit, and have different
Mm-hmm.
differences. But they all have the same heart, right? And the same
Mm-hmm.
like core, like girl power, friendship, magic,
Yeah.
like it's all there. But yeah, with Winx Club, is very interesting. It was obviously dubbed by 4Kids Entertainment, who was very notorious for taking shows from overseas and altering them for a more American audience, like
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon, how they dubbed out like, sushi even and like made it
Uh,
like a hamburger and stuff like that. And it's just like
uh,
random
really?
things. Yeah. And so it was just
Uh,
like, I know, it was like, why would you do that? Like it was just,
yeah.
I don't understand what kind of research told them like Americans don't like sushi. They like, you know what I mean? Like it's just sushi. Why would you edit that out? It's so funny. So, but with Winx Club, um, I don't know. Maybe it was more of a from a like more cohesive storytelling perspective because um to me the dialogue in the four kids episodes kind of just flow better. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's not a lot of like dead space in the
Mm-hmm.
episodes. There's always something going on, something being said. I know with American entertainment, I don't know if this is true for other places in the world, but with American entertainment, especially like radio and
Mm-hmm.
TV, um, they're all about dead space. And it's like
Mm-hmm.
if you're quiet on the air for more than like
Mm-hmm.
5 seconds, then you might lose the opportunity to like,
Oh.
broadcast to somebody. So like
Oh.
they might change the channel because it's like boring or it's not, so maybe it's like
Oh.
this fast paced, yeah, kind of assumption that
Mm-hmm.
Americans are always on the go. We don't really take
Yeah,
like
maybe. Uh-huh.
breaks. So I don't know. It's very interesting, definitely,
Mm-hmm.
to kind of think about the differences and like
Mm-hmm.
hypothesize why they made these decisions.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately I'm glad that I grew up with the version that I did because I don't know if I would be the mega fan that I am today. I don't know if I'd have this podcast if I grew up
Yeah,
with a different version. So
that's
who
true.
knows?
Yeah.
Speaking of being a fan for so long, what do you think has kept you engaged in the fandom all these years?
That's kind of a good question because I always thinking about it. And I was like, okay, I'm grown up already, but I'm still here and I'm still loving it so much and I don't want to leave it. Even uh, when I have the moments when I'm like, um, I don't think I'm like interested in it because there are some strange things happening to Wings series, like original TV show,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure that I wanna like um I don't like it. And that's so.
Yeah.
But anyway, something always happens that makes me stay here. And I just realized that it's all about our community because I can't really remember myself at the beginning of my fan feelings, as I said,
Yeah.
as a Wings fan, because I think I didn't have internet back then.
Right.
Yeah. And when I finally get an access to the internet, of course, I got signed to many social medias, like made some my own social pages, and started talking with lots of people from different countries, from different cities, and so on. Because Russia is a huge country,
Yeah.
and to talk to somebody from the opposite side of Russia is too like a big event for us.
Yeah.
And I just felt that these are the people that I want to know for all of my life, really,
Yeah.
because I know lots of people who are not in Wings community no longer, and they just left for some reason. They are not that interested, but anyway, they are so cool to talk to. We
Yeah.
always have something to speak with, like. It's not all about Wings. It's about people characters. Like I feel they are somehow similar with me, and that's why I feel comfortable to talk to them, no
Yeah.
matter what's the topic we're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I'm always amazed by the fact that all the people here are so creative,
Yes.
yeah, even if they are just doesn't even if the person doesn't make something like great big like arts, cosplays, like some shows and so on, even if they are just watching and supporting, they always so creative in making some stuff like edits, like I
Yes.
don't know, like something like that. And it's always so pleasant to talk to each of them, because I'm just I also feel funny about the moments when the person can just send me an emoji. I understand what they're feeling, because again, we are so similar with each other. And like that's why I love our community, and that's why I love Wings, and that's why I don't think I will stop supporting this project, because it made me like it made my life different for real.
Yeah.
I can't imagine myself without it right now.
Same. Same. I feel the exact same way. Like it's for me, it's the exact same. Like the fandom, the community around it, like
Yeah.
it's what has kept me in it all these years, and it's what keeps bringing me back to it.
Hmm.
And just the creativity and all of it is just it's unmatched almost from any
Uh-huh.
other fandom that I've ever been a part of. So
Hmm.
it's just really cool.
You're listening to the Wings Forever podcast.
So how did you get into cosplay? Like, who was the first character that you ever cosplayed?
Yeah, as I said, my most favorite fairy was Stella at the first time, and so she was my first cosplay appearance. It
Nice.
was funny because I just thought that I didn't know about cosplay anything back then.
Really?
Like
Wow.
it was maybe 2009, and I don't know why I didn't know about it, because I'm thinking about the fact that I had internet, but I didn't have any research, and I didn't have any idea about this like existing. I don't know why. And I just wanted to be real life Stella. That's all.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to bleach my hair, like just be
Wow.
blonde. Yeah, I had a bang, and I had a hairstyle close to her hairstyle
Yes.
in Wings fairy form, the first one. I just loved her ponytail so much, and I still love it. And I had a cosplay of her 2 years ago. I just tried it because it was my childhood dream to be a real life Stella, and I
Yeah.
yeah, I thought it would be a great thing to do, and I enjoyed so much styling the wig in the way she had it in fairy form. Yeah, so it was made just of some clothes that are not that simple but have the color she has in
Yeah.
her suit, and it was, I hope I will find it and I will send it to you. Maybe I had it in Instagram. I don't really remember. But
Yeah.
if yeah, if I find it, I will send you. It's so hilarious to see it right now because back then I thought I was 100% Stella, and no way, there's not something different about it, and. I felt so cool, and this experience I had on a rolling, like skating, but with
Roller
roller.
skating?
Yes, and we had a hall for it to because in Moscow the weather is always different, and we have some halls like in
Okay.
centers where we can go
Roller
rolling
skating.
or
Yeah.
skating. Yeah, and it was on a rolling center, and I had this beautiful dress or something and had my rollers on, and I really felt like a real fairy because when you're skating, yeah, you're feeling like flying, and I had
Yeah.
that cardboard wings.
I love it. That's incredible.
But I made it all by myself,
That's
and I was so
awesome.
proud.
Yeah, as you should be. That's
Yeah.
great.
And I had my classmates. They were okay. They were like good kids, but they were a little bit laughing on me, especially the boys. Like,
Yeah.
oh, what are you wearing? But all of them were wearing like black or gray clothes, not
Right.
fashionable.
No,
So
yeah.
I found my best back then.
I love it. That's incredible. And you've obviously graduated to not cardboard wings.
Yeah.
You have some better quality wings now. Do you collaborate with other people to create your stuff, or do you create your own
Yeah.
cosplay?
Right now, I'm choosing to collaborate with somebody who has big experience because I'm not that sure in my creativity and craft skills. But I love crafting when I know I can do it.
Yeah.
I love painting. Like I love making some shoes or something. It's not like big deal. I'm
Yeah.
just using something that I have, and have a fabric, and then I'm making some new stuff from old stuff,
Yeah.
and it always feels so great to make your old things that you don't need anymore to something you need for your cosplay projects. Like, wow, I can make something work again. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great feeling. I like 3 3D printed stuff, and
Yes.
I've got a great people. They don't have like the name for their team, and that's why I
Oh,
don't know how to call them. But
yeah.
the person who made the wings for my techno cosplay, they are great, really,
Oh,
and they have great prices. I think they are working internationally, so if I tag them anywhere, please go check them because they are really
yes.
great. And
Yeah.
they made my wings twice because I had my first version of these wings cracked
Oh, yeah.
because of old Soviet Union door. They are
Oh,
so
no.
heavy. I don't know if you ever visited Russia, but the old doors from Soviet Union are so heavy they can crack you. It's great that they cracked my wings because I'm not really sure what happened if I cracked my leg. Maybe I didn't have my leg
Yeah.
right now.
Oh my
So
gosh.
yeah, they made the second version of my wings, and they are like two-parted, and I have some mechanism to make them like together.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so simple to get them anywhere. Yeah, so these guys are great. And my suits are made by the girls who are sewers for really long time. Just a second, sewers, yeah,
Sewers.
sewers, yeah.
Yeah.
And I had my I had my suits made by sewers, but that had big experience. Like they have an education in
Yeah.
this field, and they know a lot about it. But I'm studying right now. I'm learning how to sew right. And
Yes.
yeah, and I hope I will do lots of costumes by myself, because it's not only like financially better for me, it's also like um I think that cosplay is not only about playing some role. It's also about making some stuff by yourself, by creating all your looks by yourself.
Yeah.
And it's always magical, because I noticed that one of the great things in creating some look is seeing all the details, like this one,
Yes.
and I always don't really like the details apart from all the stuff,
Yeah.
all the left. And when I then like trying them on, like seeing my look done, I see they all work so well,
Yeah.
even when they are not looking that good apart from the look. Yeah, so that's why I want to learn it by myself and make all the looks by myself finally.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be good. And that'll be also just so like such a good creative release as well. Like
Hmm.
to be able to do that. Seems really
Yeah.
fun. But like why Tekna? Why because you probably know like a lot of the fandom like disrespects Techno so
Hmm.
much and it's so sad because she is such an underrated character. Like what specifically drew you to this character to cosplay regularly?
I came through all the way from not loving techno to loving her the most.
Yeah.
And I remember the moment when I were like real life stylist yet, and we had some special issue of Winx magazine where we had like a horoscope or something with all the wings there. And I'm Aquarius, and
I'm
on an
Aquarius too.
Aquarius, oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's great. That's why we came along so well.
Yes.
Yeah, that this explains everything. Uh, and there were some cards with horoscope signs, like
Yeah.
zodiac signs there, and Aquarius was Tecna, and I was like, no, I'm Stella, and I don't remember what I did with those cards.
Oh
Maybe I
wow.
wrote Stella there or something. Yeah, or maybe I just threw them away. I don't
Oh man.
remember. But now I understand finally that that was a good sign why I didn't read it.
Yes.
And I don't know what happened to my mind or something, but maybe it's because season 4 opened techno for me from the other side, from the side that I like for all of my life. I really like the style, um they had in City Girls,
Yeah.
like classic, but so like in style. I don't know how to describe it. I like this
Yeah.
office thing in her
Yeah.
imagination, and still some like sassy things. I don't know, style, colors, all the things, and patterns. I love
Yes.
the patterns of on her shirt. Just yeah, I have some things like she had in my wardrobe before she
Yeah.
wore it, and when I saw her first time in these clothes, I was like, why I don't like her. She's so much like me, but
Yeah.
I don't really respect her the way I should do. And then something changed in my mind. I got to some side of like freak it, because I was teenager back then when season 4 was broadcasted, and I think she just came with this image in the right time,
Yeah.
and I cut my hair. I it was funny because I really cut my hair
Wow.
just like Tekna had in her beliefs. It was not like supposed to be like she had, but it came up like that, and
Yeah.
I was like, this is a sign too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had some clothes or like she had. I had a lot of blouses or something like this
Yeah.
in style of techno as well, and I felt this vibe for like a year, and that was the moment when I realized she is my waifu, or how it sounds, like she is my best girl, and I
Yeah.
want to be her, not Stella anymore. But anyway, I love Stella yet. Yeah, I love. She is my second favorite fairy. Like
Yeah.
almost the same with Techna. Yeah, so
Yeah.
just she was in the right time in the right place, and I just saw her from the different side, from the different perspective than I did before,
Yeah.
because I always thought about her like she had short hair, so she's like boy. I don't like it.
Yeah.
She's so smart. She is not speaking about style or fashion or makeup, even though right now I understand that she's really like all about her style as well.
Yeah.
Not like not less than all the Wings girls for
Yeah.
sure, because she is so stylish. She has her own view on her looks. We also had some a small scene where she brushes her hair, and I always think about it when people say like she's not girly enough
And she's
to,
like
so
brushing it. Yeah.
yeah, and that speaks for her that she is like all about her looks as well as
Yeah.
all other girls, and I saw her like sexy mind a little bit
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
she always wears these suits that always shows her body, and
Yeah.
she always, and I think smart girls are sexy as well,
Oh,
very
100%.
sexy. Yes,
Yes.
so I got this vibe, and I had it ever since this moment, from then till now, and I think she is my favorite girl till the end.
I love it. That's so funny. So Stella is my favorite character
Oh,
because I
really?
I yeah, I relate so much to her cuz in the for kids version and I mean in all of Winx, I mean she's so
Mm-hmm.
bubbly and like outgoing and energetic, and like
Yeah.
you said she's got a lot of like main character energy.
Yeah.
But she and I just like are so similar in
Uh-huh.
like we're the designated extrovert in all of our friend groups. So
Yeah.
we are very yeah just outgoing and stuff, but the episode in season 1 where they fight like all of the witches of Cloud Tower in Downtown
Mm-hmm.
Magics, um in the 4 Kids dub, Stella was acting super rude that day because she
Oh.
was spelled by a senior at Althea
Oh.
because she was giving them fashion advice.
Ah.
And so that's why she was like being super rude that day, because they put a mood swing spell on her. And
Oh.
and so that scene where she's like talking to Musa about Riven
Mm-hmm.
and her and Techna's
Mm-hmm.
room, and Stella goes, well, Techna chooses clothes for their fireproof quality, but Timmy still crushes on her. And that's like such a funny scene to me because Techna's like, what the heck? Like, you're not even like, I wasn't even in this conversation and now you're dissing my clothes. And she's like, I like my clothes.
I need to watch it, and
Yeah.
it's so
Have you?
magical because I remember this episode, and I always thought that it's not that logical. Stella treating music like that. Why?
Right. Yeah.
Yes, and
So
now it's so clean. Yeah.
yeah, so there was a lot of that in the 4 Kids dub of like,
Mm-hmm.
they took some of those things that maybe didn't make a lot of sense of what was happening, and they try to help make sense of it. And so, yeah, it made total sense that, oh, well, duh, Stella is, under a spell right now. And her mood keeps swinging back and forth. And that's why she was being super rude to literally everybody. And so it was really funny. But yeah, I always just think about that as like, well, Tekna chooses her clothes for their fireproof quality. And and Tekna's just so freaking offended. And even in the dance episode in season 1 where she's like, then why are you dressed like an absolute diva? And like she clearly cares about the way she's presented and the way that she looks and the fashion that she has. So I love that about Tekna. Well, before we go for a short break, I do have a couple of rapid fire questions for you. Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, rapid fire. Here we go. Who's your favorite Winx member? Obviously, we just discussed this.
No.
What's your favorite season?
4.
What's your favorite specialist or male warrior?
Brandon.
What's your favorite movie?
The first one.
Obviously, the only one.
Yeah.
What's your favorite transformation?
Believix or Lovix. So Believix. Let it be Believix. Yeah.
Least favorite transformation?
Mathix.
Okay. Yeah. Relatable. Favorite romantic relationship?
Timmy and Tekna.
Favorite villain?
Darkar or Diaspora.
Ooh. Do you count Diaspora as a villain?
50-50, I think. She is a great girl. I think she's just in a bad situation and she's led by it, unfortunately. Yeah. But she's great. I love her so much.
I love that. Your favorite cosplay that you do?
For now, I think Magic Winx. Tekna Magic Winx.
And then a cosplay that you'd like to do in the future?
I usually don't speak about my plans, but I've got a big plan that started so many years ago. I think the moment when I realized I loved Tekna. Tekna had a beautiful suit in season 2 when she was like dreaming about her and Timmy, and they had like similar suits in silver colors, I guess. Yeah, and it's pretty close to her suit in Magic Winx, but still in some different style, and I love it so much. And I think this is really her style. And if I speak about Tekna, I always imagine her with no wings, to be honest. No wings. Or the wings she had in the first transformation. And I think this suit would be a perfect true transformation for Fairy of Technology.
That's incredible. I love that. I love that so much. Well, cool. Well, that's all my rapid fire questions. That wasn't bad. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll dive into our topic as we look at the vast global creative community that makes up the Winx Club fandom with our special guest, Unavata. Stay tuned.
Yay! You're listening to the Winx Forever podcast. I want to say that this is so great you made this podcast because I always think that we don't have a lot of people in our fandom from America. Like we all here in Europe, and it's great. It's great we have so many fans from the place we all live together, and we are again so similar. But I'm always sad that we don't have a lot of people from USA or South America, and it's a little bit different point of view because you also had a different background with 4Kids version, and you bring so much different vibe, but still so much Winxy.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I think I don't think that any of Europe Winx fans could do something like this in the way you do. That's why I'm so happy to be here and so happy that you do it. Like, this is so great, really.
Oh, thank you.
I really If you're enjoying this episode of Wings Forever podcast, follow the show on your favorite streaming platform so that you are notified when new episodes are released.
And we're back with our very cool guest, Unafata. I am so excited to get into our topic because we are talking about just the vast community that we have in this Winx fandom and how creative it is, and how being a part of it has really helped shape who we are as creatives. So, what has been your favorite part of being in this Winxer community?
There's a lot of things really, because this fandom made me like grow in a lot of ways. Because I was chatting with lots of people from different countries, and it like helped me to grow in language, and in not only in Russian but also in English for sure. I also made some arts back then, and I like this was big inspiration for me, and I also loved like creating my own original characters. I had some of them, and maybe I have them somewhere, but the last one that I used was a dark fairy. It was, it was really like uh, obvious, but still really creative, because back then I didn't know anyone who created a dark fairy with dark background. Yeah, maybe once I will share the story of her that I had back then. And I also love that our community is always so open-minded, and anything you do, anything you share, if you like do a lot and from your heart and you're sincere in what you're doing, um, people always open to like welcome you here, and they will appreciate your tryings at least. And like it's always about people, as I said. And I don't think that Wings Club all in all would be so heartwarming without people around it.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. Just being a part of such a, like you said, an open-minded community of and pretty accepting for the most part. There are corners of it where it gets kind of toxic, but we don't associate ourselves with those corners of the fandom. But what's been really interesting to me is seeing kind of how different also the subsects of the fandom are. Like you have the Winx community on YouTube and on Instagram and on Tumblr and on Twitter, like, and they're all similar, but they're all also kind of different. Like I'm on Winx Twitter. Winx Twitter gets wild sometimes, and I'm like, I can't vibe with you guys right now. But then there are other times where I'm like, yeah, we're besties. It's great. What's been kind of the biggest difference that you've seen between these different Winx Club communities across the different platforms, since you're kind of everywhere as well?
I guess my experience with this thing is pretty similar with yours, because I got to Twitter not that long ago, and like I was registered there back then, like 5 years ago or so, but I got in like more involved in it just a year ago, and Twitter is completely different world in the internet. Like it's so different from all the other social media I have ever been in. And it's great from the one side, but it's bad from the side that people sometimes they act but then think. And it can be like distractive or something. Like I don't feel comfortable all the time on the Twitter, and that's why this is not my most favorite social media, but still I love it. And the community of Winx Club in Twitter is like really open, but not always like right. I don't know how to say it. Like techless, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And like anyway, I know that people are just trying to impress their real feelings about something, to share their real opinion on some things that maybe are not common for all the Wings community there,
Yeah.
and they are just real there. They are just they as they
Yeah.
are. And but anyway, sometimes it harms, and sometimes when people are gathering in groups and starting hating one
Yeah.
person, or sending negative things to one person, it's not good. I had the
Yeah.
situation. I just don't want to talk a lot about it, but I had this experience only on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Our community is not perfect on
Yeah.
all social media. There are some people that are tactless as well, but anyway, in most of the time, we are getting along good. But on Twitter, there are some situations that are just,
Yeah.
guys.
Come
Yeah,
on.
but
Yeah.
yeah, but anyway, I know there are lots of people who can accept others' opinion and can um, share their thoughts in a right way,
Yeah.
so they don't harm anyone. So yeah, but on YouTube and Instagram, I think the people are the same. Maybe on YouTube they are opened as well, much more open, because we have the accounts on YouTube are um, like anonymously, like
Yeah.
yeah. So some of the
Yeah.
accounts are just blank, and I'm sorry.
You're good.
And sometimes people uh, just like on Twitter act but then think, and they say some strange things that I don't want to hear. And sometimes when I say, guys, it's my opinion, it's
Yeah.
not the fact, it just, I'm just sharing my thoughts,
Uh-huh.
and it's okay if you have some opposite opinion, and just share it in the comments. It's okay, let's discuss. But then I have the comments saying that I'm stupid because I think so. Or just don't I? It's not about I'm thinking so. It's about I'm saying this because
Yeah.
I, as a creator, as a YouTuber, should like they think that I should say things that are um common for everyone. But
Right.
it's my channel. I want to do
Uh-huh.
what I want to do. I want to share what I want to share. Why these people are so like toxic, and
Yeah.
why they are not accepting my thoughts? It's so strange. But
Yeah.
there are not a lot of them as well. And on Instagram, I think it's most supportive community, because it's so simple to share there in stories, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe in posts with text and so on.
Yeah.
And like um, I think all the platform on Instagram is made for people to like always find each other, and
Mm-hmm.
like these kind of things, like yeah. I'm
Yeah.
also active on ВКонтакте. It's a Russian social media.
Okay.
I'm not sure you know about it, but in
Mm-mm.
Europe, it's kind of known. But I don't think America knows this
Yeah.
social media. Yeah, and there are a lot of people from Russia and from Europe, which those countries which are close to our
Yeah.
country. Yeah, and this platform for me is most informative. The
Okay.
most like fresh news are coming from there. Yeah.
Wow. Really cool. That's really interesting. Yeah, I didn't even think about that there are probably other completely different communities
Yeah.
that I don't have access to because they're in different countries and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's really encouraging and really cool. Um who are some of your favorite accounts to follow in the fandom?
For such questions, I made a list because I always like stand for the because of these questions. Like I have so many amazing people in the community that I love so much, and
Yeah.
it's always so hard to choose. Even the long list won't be enough.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've chosen some of them that I wanted to sell right now
Yeah.
about. But still, I want to know. I want everyone who's listening, who's watching, to know that this is not all the people I love from our community. This is just those who I think I'm most like feel the most I don't know, like most love and respect, and
Yeah.
I'm really open to support right now. But I'm always open for everyone in our community and all the people here. You're loved a lot. You're a
Yes.
great persons, guys. So okay, Paradise of Wings. It's an Instagram page, and there are lots of posts with different content of Wings fandom, just like arts, cosplays, some edits, so on. And I love it a lot because thanks to this page, I got to know a lot of other people, other
Yeah.
creators of our Wings community. So if you're new to Wings community, maybe you should follow this page, and you will get into it really quickly. Wings Club Russia, Wings Club Rus, maybe you know them.
Mhm.
Yeah, they also had Instagram and VKontakte. As I said, this is Russian social media, and they are so great for being very informative all the time. As I said, because VKontakte for me is a place where I get all the information in the fast way,
Yeah.
and it's all thanks to these guys. They work so hard to make their content very like uh always like they are working hard really to be very informative and
Mhm.
always at the right time and always um almost the first to talk something about something. Like if they
Yeah.
see the new, they check it out very quickly and then share. So they are great really.
Yeah.
Wings Powers BR. It's
Brazil, yeah.
yes, yes.
They just
They
won
are
my giveaway.
ah, yeah,
Yeah.
I remember it.
I
Yeah,
sent them
yeah,
this
that's
shirt.
right. Yeah, and I love it so much. It's so
Thank you.
simple, but it's really like stylish. I love
I
this stuff.
appreciate it.
Yeah. So these guys are great at gathering the information, and for me, they are number two resource. Like Wings Club Rus
Yeah.
is number one, and they are number two, but still they are on top for me. And I really love their content for it being so like stylish. Each of
Yeah.
their posts is so
It's so
stylish
good.
and
I
really
know.
informative. Yeah, so they are great as well. um Chocolate smoothie art. Yeah, this person is
Yes,
creating the
Dawn.
most magical fan comics in our community. For my opinion, I loved these comics ever since. Like um I think these comics exist for many years,
Yeah.
and I remember it from like the beginning of 2010s, like something like that, and
Yeah.
it's still on. Like it's great, and I love the style.
Mm.
It's the way I want to see new seasons of Wings Club,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
always thought that new seasons would be like this, but um also, one more Wings artist is Zaratrix. I'm not sure that you know her or
I
not, but
don't.
no, yeah, you should get to know her because
Yeah.
she is a Wings artist from Russia. Her name is Yulia Zaratrix, and the thing is that her imagination of techno is a perfect imagination. How I like see her in my mind.
Yeah.
Her techno arts are awesome, and I always like, oh my god, I want to make it real every time I see her arts. And all the
Yes.
other arts she makes, are so cool.
You're
She
so
made
good.
yeah, she made like some lines of arts with Wings and Monster High when Monster High was up like on top. I
Yeah.
remember she had some zodiac sign and Wings a line as well. So there's a lot to see if you haven't seen her
Yes.
arts. Yeah, just look through, and I'm sure you're gonna love it.
I love it already. I'm gonna follow her right now and I'm gonna send it
Yeah,
to
and
a friend of mine.
it's better to follow her on DeviantArt.
Okay.
Yeah, because there are much more arts of her. In Instagram, she has some arts, but less than on DeviantArt.
Nice.
Um, about cosplayers, it was very hard to choose because all of Wings cosplayers were no joke, my favorite ones. But yet there are some people that I think I have more like soul connection, not
Yeah.
because we are talking much more than with others, but the fact that they are like on my wave.
Yeah.
We have
Hmm.
something in common, and we have some in common with the point of view for Wings. So these girls, Mary, I'm not sure I'm saying it right,
Nope.
Natalia from Poland, as I remember. She has a beautiful bloom cosplays, and just today she posted bloom cosplay in her jeans style denim,
Yes.
and it's so great. And I think she's such a like she's Wings girl for real life, and she wore this Wings top from Bershka. You saw it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yes. Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
she's just made for it. No, top is made for her.
Oh yeah.
And she's great in everything she creates, and she's great in her looks as well. And I also love Fairy Blossom. She made lots of cosplays. Like I now remember, she made Flora Enchantix. She had Flora Magic Wings. She had Myrta, which is my most favorite Myrta in real life. For
Yes,
real,
she is my
she
favorite merchant in real life as
yeah,
well. She's
yeah.
amazing.
And she also had her original character fairy, which is also dark fairy, as I remember. And
Yes.
she's so beautiful. Or maybe it's a witch, but fairy witch. Yeah. So her style is so close to my real life style, and that's why I love her so much. And her creativity is wow. And mm, she's like a medical
She's a
worker.
nurse. Yeah.
Yes. And like my respect to this person, like whoa,
Yeah.
she's great, and with all the stuff she's doing, wow. I also love Fairy of Magics, which you have talked to yeah,
Yes, Anne
recently.
is great.
Yes,
Ugh.
for me, she's like a big expert of Wings, and she has so many things at her home with Wings, connected with Wings. She knows so much about it, and I'm sure I have to like check what I don't know about Wings, because I'm sure she knows everything about it. So
Literally, I had her on last week and there were things that I said and she would correct me. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so right. Like it was so funny. I was like, you're so smart. It was
yes,
so fun.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's great. Among cosplayers, and also among creators of cosplays, it's Anna Karina of Wings. She is a friend of Anne, and she is amazing in all the ways. She has great cosplays. She played so many characters of Wings. I can't even remember all of them. And
Yeah.
she's also creating her wings, some of her like crafts, and some of her costumes. Like she's so great. I'd love to be like her, really.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So she's my like role model, as it said. Among doll collectors, Wingsowski, I will like Wingsowski. Okay. I don't know if you know
Yes.
this
Yeah, yeah,
person.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this I don't know her, she, her, him, they,
Them. Yeah.
them. Okay. They create such a great costumes, and all of them are so beautiful and so aesthetic, and such a great atmosphere. Like I'm watching TV show, but these are dolls.
Yes.
Yeah, so to be real, there were no Wings dolls that were so iconic or so close to the TV show, but this person makes it real, like
Oh, yeah.
so real. And I also love Wings KSB doll. Uh, this is a girl, as I know. Yes, it's a girl. She also made KSB doll. It's also on Instagram.
Okay,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Uh, she also made some cosplays as well, and all of them were so great. And I love the people who make it feel so simple to create something. And this person is one of them. And I love her dolls so much. She creates one of a kind dolls, and now she creates the dolls by Fadewing Saga as well.
Yes, I
Yeah,
saw
I
those.
saw she made Sky, and I think Bloom is coming soon as well. So yeah, check it out. Among Russian cosplayers and among the people who I adore and support so much are Alla Mansurova and Krutaya Marya. I said it so in Russian.
You're
It's so
good.
strange. Krutaya Marya. I wonder how it sounds because for me it's okay, but
Yeah.
how it sounds when I say Krutaya Marya.
I mean, it sounds Russian.
Okay, so these girls are awesome because they are great cosplayers and they are great costume creators. All of the looks they show in their Instagrams are made by them, and these are girls that created some of my costumes as well.
Oh,
So
wow,
Alla
yeah.
Mansurova created my Magic Wings Techno suit, and Krutaya Maria created my season one outfit, like
That's
everyday outfit
awesome.
of techno. Yeah,
Yeah.
they are so iconic for me, and they made it just like I wanted to see it in real life.
Yeah. That's
And
great.
one more person is a crafter, I think.
Okay.
This person creates necklaces and some other
Wow.
accessories with wings vibes, not just wings as well. It's said Once Upon a Design.
Okay.
Oops. It's on Instagram as
Oh,
well.
cool.
Yeah, and this person creates such a great necklaces that I would like to wear in everyday life. And yeah, I think you
Yeah.
saw her, no?
Cute.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is really cute. And there are some things I want Rainbow to get to our shelves because I really want to say, take my money.
Yes, honestly, though. I wish that there were so many other, like, I just, there's a lot that I wish, but but I it's wild to me that Winx Club doesn't just look at other brands. I mean, Barbie
Yes.
does it great. Like Bratz,
Brats.
Bratz, like their whole. I am blown away by like their 20-year anniversary like rollout. It's
Yeah.
just like it's what Winx Club honestly the caliber they should be at, and they're not, and I don't understand. I don't
That's
get
the
it.
fact. Yeah.
Rainbow, what the heck?
But I just hope that with this collaboration with Bershka,
Yeah.
some things will start and they will finally come to the point that they will like create something for everyone, for boys as
Yes.
well, because there are so many boys in our
I
fandom. Yeah.
know.
And they will create different things like cosmetics, like some merch, like some
Yeah.
usual things, and something more. And we also need good, great dolls, like collectible dolls, because there were so few of them and they
I
are not
know.
that high quality. To be honest, I want more.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah.
How different do you think that your life would be if you hadn't found Winx Club and this community?
Oh, I think completely different. Like
Yeah.
I can't even imagine how different it would be if there would no wings at all. And I think I myself would be much more beachy because wings made me like a little bit like um, sweet candy girl, something like this. Even though I think Wings is not 100% about pink things or something, yeah, it's not about
Yeah.
infinite happiness and love and so on. It's also about dark side of life. It's just not that emphasized that much in the
Yeah.
cartoon. But anyway, it's really like pretty much true to life, but in a better, with better ways, in more like value, with better ways of
Yeah.
our life. But the one thing that make me upset about life is friendship because
Oh,
Wings shows friendship like a pretty simple thing, because
yeah.
they say if you have one goal, if you have with your friends, if you
Mhm.
have something in common, you will be forever together and ever. But in a
Yeah.
real life, it doesn't work like this.
No.
All the people in our life are so different, and we are like, um, I can't even say what's so different from
Yeah.
friendship in Wings Club and friendship in the real life, but it's much more complicated, all in all.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I don't like in Wings. And I think if I didn't have such point of view, thanks to Wings, about relationships, all in all, maybe I would be a little bit more realistic to such things in the
Yeah.
life. Yeah.
Do you think that Fate the Winx Saga got it right with how complicated relationships are and friendships?
To be honest, yes. I prefer the way they show their relationships, like friendship and so
Yeah.
on, in the Fate, because it's much more close to the stuff I had in my life. I
Yeah.
know that people don't like Fate because of there's no friend,
Yeah.
and I understand it, but for me it's much more like realistic way to
Yeah.
show that girls really together and they are so close to each other because they
Mhm.
had through so much shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Honestly.
it's more logical, not because
Hmm.
they are roommates,
Right.
they got to some situation together and that's all. No, because
They had
they
to work
have
for
some.
it. They had
Yes.
to work for their relationship, and
Yeah.
that's kind of what I felt like.
Yeah, and it's really logical that from the first sign, they won't love you like just like that,
Yeah.
just because you are Bloom.
Honestly, yeah. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, you're Bloom. Yeah, let's be friends.
Yeah,
No, it doesn't
yeah,
work that way.
yes, and that's the life. So I think it's okay. And I also talking about Fate, I also love that Stella is a little bit diaspora
Yeah.
in the show. Yeah. It's a great combination, and it's so logical that Stella had some relationship with Sky because it was written from the first sign
From the first,
we
yeah,
saw the
first
Wings
season.
and the specialists. Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's okay for
honestly.
me.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I thought that too. And I thought that going through episode by episode really helped me like identify those like, commonalities between the
Yeah, yeah,
original series and Fate was really
yeah.
fun. But yeah, just the fact that Fate is so controversial is interesting, like
Hmm.
obviously every no fandom is ever going to be 100% like happy with anything the franchise does.
Yeah.
But like I think overall, I mean, I don't know, it's just kind of given like Winx Club this renewed like life
Mm-hmm.
a little bit,
Yeah.
especially in America, which is
Mm-hmm.
really exciting to see.
Yeah, it's
I
so great.
I had like people that remembered that I watched the show, in 2005 that would
Mm.
message me and was like, "Did you see the show?" I was like,
Uh.
please. I've been known about the show. Are you kidding me? Like I've been watching like all of the actors post like in post production and stuff. I'm like, please. Yes, I know about this show. It's very funny. Um, but at what point in in this Winx Club franchise, like at one point were you just like, come on, Eugenio,
Mhm.
like what are you doing? Like what is happening? Like what was that moment
Yeah.
for you?
Actually, there are so many moments like this, and it's hard to choose one. But
It's
I
true.
guess this started from the end of season 4. You know what I'm talking about, of course.
Yes, yes,
Um,
yes.
but I think I would forgive him if he did it right in season 5. I don't speaking about coming back of Nabu or something like that. I'm just talking about that they could make season 5 so much better
Yes.
with
Oh,
all the background they had, with all the negative things they had for the death of Nabu, who was one of my favorite as well. Nabu and Brandon are two of my most favorite specialists, Timmy as well.
yes,
Like, yeah,
obviously.
but anyway, Nabu is such a great character, and it was so sad to see him gone. Like,
Yeah.
I was literally crying. I had so many few moments when I cry, because of series, of TV show, of films, but this was a moment when I'm like,
What the heck? Yeah.
oh,
Oh,
yeah.
so
That's a
sad.
bad memory, and this is when all the bad stuff from Ingenia started. Well, I guess maybe it's not only because of Ingenia, because of all the team, because of Nickelodeon, who got involved in
Yeah.
production as well, and all of them had their own points of view, what is going on with Winx
Right.
in new seasons. But anyway, I don't appreciate the things that happen with Winx. The thing is that I left Winx fandom at the end of season 4, not because of Nabu, just
Right.
because of some things happened in my life, and
Yeah.
I just like, oh, I'm too grown up for Winx.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'm like, no, I'm not. 2 years left. And then
Yes.
it's like, no, I'm here, I'm not going. Yeah. Well, and I haven't watched season 5 when it was like just releasing,
Yeah.
uh, like at that moment. Maybe that's the the reason why I didn't like it so much. But
Yeah.
anyway, now seeing all the first seasons and seeing season 5 and so on, mm, two different worlds. Like, no, I don't
100%.
like it. And
Yeah.
I can really accept to the canon Winx, Word of Winx. I think you watched it, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I really loved it. It's not like that big great successful project
Right.
they like gave us, but anyway, it's great after all these strange seasons, especially season 7, which I haven't watched yet because I'm so scared of it.
I
But
know. I
anyway,
am
I
too. I
see.
haven't watched season 8 because I am terrified.
Mm, they say season 8 has a great script, like plot.
Yeah, has a good story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the art style is not my thing anyway. So,
No.
and anyway, Where the Wings had new art style, and it was cool. I liked
Yeah.
it from the beginning, and I saw so many negative things about it as well.
Right.
But I couldn't relate to it anyway, and I like it all the time. Well, yeah. If you're enjoying this episode of Wings Forever podcast, follow the show on your favorite streaming platform so that you're notified when new episodes are released.
So, regardless of how people might feel about Fate the Winx saga,
Mhm.
do you think that it like helped save Winx Club from going into obscurity? Like, do you think that it helped like make the show relevant again?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, for now, for 2021, it's a great way to go from this dark period of going down with season 8 and so on.
Yeah.
Um, I'm really, really glad that they made it real. Even though I'm not that serious person, I'm not a fan of Netflix or so on, and
Yeah.
Fate the Wings Saga opened me this world. And I was thinking about all the stuff that happened to Wings this year, and I was like, oh my god, this project was like up for all these 17 years, like
Yeah.
which were down in 2012, as I remember. So
Mhm.
this project is closed. A lot of other project was closed and then open and closed and then open like
Yeah.
brats. They are
Yeah.
alive now, but still, yeah, you see.
Yeah.
And Wings were always up. They were always like releasing some new stuff, even though it was not that successful, even though some things were like
Yeah.
questionable, like I'm not sure I like it. But
Yeah.
this way they chose to like create a series, like grown up series for
Right.
grown up kids who love Wings anyway. It's a great thing. Like
Mhm.
I just try to go back to the time I just got to know about Wings and
Yeah.
realizing I'm a huge fan of it, like something like 12 years or 14 years me. And I'm thinking like if I knew that in 10 or something years,
Right.
this project will be completely different and it will be made for adult person, I would be like, oh my god, and I would be so sure that I need to be here for all of my life.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so great, and it's so great they understand that their project should be like that, like
Yeah.
this reunion or something, like no renew renovation,
Yeah, like
refreshing,
yeah,
refreshing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that it's maybe not what everyone wanted, but it's kind of what it
yeah,
needed, you know? So
yeah.
I think that that I'm
And you know,
excited for it.
yeah, I believe that the creators of the series or ingenious team were looking at the things that is going on in fandom, and they
Yeah.
see we have lots of cosplayers that creating wings much better they could ever make.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, we saw season 1 for so many times, and we don't really want to see it once again, even
Right.
with a real live action or something like that. And
Mhm.
they just thought that we are a little bit different right now from the kids
Yeah.
we were like 10 years ago or more, and they just gave us something new, and they gave us something new that will be relevant for younger fans as well,
Yeah.
for Zoomers or
Yeah.
how it called. Yeah.
Zoomers. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. No, definitely.
Hmm.
I think that it was a smart move. One of the smarter moves by
Hmm.
Rainbow, at least.
Yeah.
Like, I don't say that often.
Oh,
So,
I wanted to share with you. I had
yeah.
a dream with you. We were involved in remaking season 1 of Fate the Wings Saga.
So
It
fun.
it was so vivid. I just believed it was true, and we were on the scene. There was some other villains, I don't remember which one, but they were so cooler than Bird One.
Oh,
And it was much more colorful. The outfits were cool, and we were designers, you know.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. That is so funny. Oh my gosh. Well, I am honored that I made it into your like unconscious like brain for when you dreamt. That's amazing.
Yeah. It was
That's so
funny.
fun. When you decided to make kind of just this step of faith of becoming a full-time YouTuber, Winxer, if you will. What has been kind of your reactions to your content now that you're full-time? Like, what's been the overall like sentiment of that?
It's like a big theme to talk about, but in
Yeah.
short, I started my YouTube channel when I was just a schoolgirl or something like that. So I was just studying. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't have my education closed complete,
Yeah.
and back then I didn't have much time for my channel, for my social media to make it full, for creating all the things I would like to create. And I always thought that maybe when I like finish graduate and
Yeah.
so on, I will have much more time for the channel. But some things changed, maybe closer to the point when I graduated from the university,
Yeah.
and I got straight from the university to the my first job, and I didn't have any time for YouTube at all. Like,
Yeah.
and it was so sad. It felt like just I forgot about all of my dreams back then, and that was sad,
Yeah.
really. And I always felt sad that I like waste my creativity for another big person there,
Yeah.
like a boss of this company, while I can create something for myself, fully by myself, without
Yeah.
any persons who annoys me all the time.
Yeah.
Like, work is good, and all the teams I work with were great persons. No, like no other way. But anyway, your work is something you always just don't like as much, like not
Yeah.
fully. And that's
Yeah.
why it makes you like feel some hatred to the persons you
Yeah.
work with. But anyway, they all were great persons. And I just felt myself once that I feel bad physically because I'm not feeling myself at at the point, at the place where I'm good, where I feel comfortable and harmony with. And that's why
Yeah.
I thought that okay, I won't have lots of money, but on the other hand, I will feel myself healthier
Yes.
mentally. I will be physically healthier because I don't go to the place I don't want to be all the
Yeah.
day long and so on. So I just realized that the things that are mental much more important for me the things than the things that are like money or something like
Yeah.
that. But anyway, I have my family who's supporting me. I have my
Yeah.
amazing boyfriend who is always supporting
Yes.
me and was supporting me from the start. Like there would be no Unafata without him. Like Unafata maybe, but no YouTube channel
Yeah.
for sure. So I think with my team for life,
Yeah.
I'm safe from that point.
But man, like you even mentioned in your video about it, you didn't really think that a whole YouTube channel about Winx Club would even be this popular. And now here you are and, winning YouTube awards, like being invited
Yeah.
to, like Winx Club events. Like that's amazing. Did you think that you know, I mean, like you said, like 10 years ago, like if someone would have told you that this is what you would
Yeah.
be creating, like, I mean, how would that make you feel?
I wouldn't believe it at
Yeah.
all because I always thought of it like it's just a hobby, just something I like for now. But I always thought of it like it's just a childish cartoon, and in my adult life, I won't like spend a lot of time for it. Maybe just rewatching or something, but not that much. Yeah, and now realizing that this thing. Like brought me something that I was always desiring. For now, I don't think I'm such a Wings blogger, yeah, because I have some other themes for my channel as well.
Yeah.
But when someone asked me to introduce myself, I would
Yeah.
say I'm a Wings blogger anyway,
Yeah.
because Wings is such a great big thing of all of my creation I make
Yeah.
every week. For me myself, to think about it, it's always so inspiring that even a little thing can make you something big. Maybe not
Yes.
that global big, but for yourself, you know.
Yeah. Oh my.
The kid is so excited about the things I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. I completely agree. Like, there was, I think you saw it on my Instagram story, but there was a podcaster meetup in my town and
Hmm.
I went to it and it was just so hard for me to describe what I do. But then
Uh-huh.
to be like, but like I have an international audience because like that's like the fandom and like, all this
Yeah.
stuff. And it's just so I found it very hard for me to explain like what it is that my show is about. And so I've got to work on that. But but it was really
You
fun
know?
to like be,
Yeah.
in that atmosphere and be like, like I do this for real. Like I'm really doing
Yeah.
a podcast, like it's
Yeah.
really fun.
I think I always say that the most important part of my YouTube channel is the mission, because I
Yeah.
always think of my YouTube channel as a place for all the people, when everyone is welcome, and I want just to inspire other people of any age, of any gender, of any things like that, not to be afraid to be themselves, and not to be afraid to like love something that might be not good for their age, or something for the gender,
Yeah.
like, and I just want people to feel free to be themselves. Because I faced it myself. I knew some people who hated me just for being Wings fan, and that's so strange. And I never
Yeah.
like thought of it as of a wall on my way. Like, you hate me, okay, bye, and that's all.
Yeah.
So all the things that is really important in your life is you, your hobbies, the things you love. So yeah.
Yeah. I love that. I love that so much. And I kind of have the same mindset and the
Hmm.
same experience as well. Like um I just want people to be accepted and to feel accepted and
Yeah.
to feel loved
Hmm.
and welcomed. So wow, thank you so much for being on again today. Like this has
Thank
been so
you.
fun and just to get to hear your story and get to talk to you about our favorite show. Like
Yeah.
it's just been great. So tell the listeners where they can find you and your content on the internet.
Oh, you can find me almost everywhere by googling Unafata. By the way, Unafata means a fairy from
Yeah.
Italian. Maybe someone doesn't know it. So you can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Kontakte, which is
Yes.
Russian social media. Um, I have a DeviantArt page, and I should refresh it with some new stuffs. And I think that's all for now. TikTok, yeah.
Oh, yes, TikTok.
Zoomer thing.
That's
Yeah,
a new one. Yeah. For
yeah.
sure.
So yeah. Thank you
Awesome.
so much. I'm so glad to get to know you better, and I hope that we will see each other once in a real life, because I
I
want
know.
to have I want to have a Wings friend from America so much.
Yes, I will be
Yeah.
your wings friend from America for
Yeah.
sure. Whenever you want to come over, just let me know. You'll always have a
Yeah.
place to stay.
Thank you.
I will make sure to post all of your links in the description below so that my listeners can find you on the internet.
No, thank
But
you.
until next time, I'm Lola, and thanks for listening to the Winx Forever podcast.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed the episode of the Wings Forever podcast, be sure to follow or subscribe to the show on your preferred streaming platform to be notified when new episodes drop. Join in on the conversation when you follow Wings Forever podcast on social media. The theme For the Wings Forever podcast is the song She Makes Magic by Big Well.